Okay, so here we are in a hotel room in Melbourne, and my recording rig is even more obscure than usual. I've got my case with a selfie stick attached to the handle, and this is how I'm intending to do a video, so we'll see how it goes today. Haha, I've come up with a better plan. The lamp has a thing on it. Here we go. Okay, hi. So this has been an experiment in a hotel room in Melbourne. Okay, I'm going to show you Axon 2 today. I really like this. I bought it last week and I've been playing around with it. And once you get your head around it, it's actually quite straightforward, but it's an interesting app. So I'll just show you around it. So let's just, if I turn on just one of these sounds, so I'm going to mute everything except for just the middle sound here. Okay, so we've got this one playing here. I've got this set up so the rate here is playing every 16th note in the bar. and that is always, the middle node is the one where the signal comes to. Everything else runs from the middle node. Right, now over here on middle node 0, that's the one that's running, and you can see here I've got this set to pitch G sharp 0. So I've got the threshold set to 0, which basically means that every time this thing over here, the rate, sends out a pulse, this is going to sound. So if I set it to 1, it's going to run at half the rate. If I set it to 3, it's going to run at a third the rate. And you can see, if you look carefully here, you can see it's filling in at the moment 6 subsections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and when it gets to full, the node makes a noise. So I've got amp envelope here, attack curve, because obviously it's a drum amp, release and release curve. And over here I've got the pitch envelope, because as with most drums, you're looking to change the pitch over time, normally faster than that. So let's change that back down to 0. I've got a timbre here. So I'm going from a mellow sine wavy kind of sound to something that sounds distinctly saw wave over in that corner. And then I've got this FM over here, where you can hear I'm adding in a modulator onto that carrier, and what I'm affecting here is the frequency of the modulator. Okay, so far so good. Now we've also got, I'm not going to mess around at the moment with the delay. There's a delay down the bottom here, but I'm just going to keep this signal clean for the moment. Right, now if I add in, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'm going to add 1 in here. Okay, sorry about that, I had a little bit of a crash, so I've reset my my Axon. Now, I'm going to add in this. I'm just going to turn the threshold on 0 up to 1. Okay, I've added in this second drum here on position 2. There's one on position 3 as well, but yeah, there we go, position 2. Right. Now, you can see here, this one is now running on, I've got this set to threshold of 1, so given that I'm on a rate of 16 over here, this is playing 8ths. And this second one over here, number 2, I've got playing every 6th pulse that it receives. Now it's only receiving pulses from one place, and that's the middle, so you can see it's now clocking up to 6, and then it's firing a pulse. Over here, I've got this one running into node 3, which is running every 6th again. So for every 36 pulses, I guess, this is going to be sitting out another pulse. So you can see it filling up, and we go, that's my next pulse. Now, what is interesting here, and what I haven't quite figured out how it's working yet, is if you look at these 3 here, if I go to 3, I can set this to send FM and to receive FM. So as well as receiving a pulse, it's receiving effectively a modulator signal from its neighbours.
this one here I've got to is just sending, but it's not receiving a great deal. So I'll send that sending. So, but if I turn that around a bit, I'll turn that down, turn that up, and now I'll just mute everything except for that one there. Okay, hang on. That's better. So you can hear now, every time this one over here fires, I'm getting an extra little burst of FM coming in onto this one. If I turn 0 back on and set 0 to receive FM also, I'll just solo that. Now you can hear every time this one fires, it's getting a little pulse of FM in there as well. So all of these nodes can send and receive modulation that'll be applied over the top of the whatever carrier you've got going on there. So basically it's a way of adding a whole bunch of accents and stuff on here. Now I can go and I can add in, these two are doing nothing because they're attached to each other and not to the middle. So if I go on if I highlight middle node, set network, and click that one there, and make sure everything's unmuted. So these ones 5 and 6. I'm going to set now over here on 5. Oops. Set that back to 1. Okay, over here on 5, that's set to 13, and over here, that one's set to 7. So now I've got all these weird relationships. I can now set a network across to that one, and I can set a network across to that one also. So now I've got this weird interplay where this one is receiving signals, and it's then sending those signals to here, and then these are now receiving the extra pulses from there. And that's basically it. So once you get your head around the how the thing is working with this neural network thing that they've created here, it's an FM drum machine. You can get some really nice sounds out of it. It's very FM-y if you like that sort of thing. So let's just run through a few presets and then I'll leave you alone. So if I go to factory. That'll do. I think it's an interesting app. It's certainly a very good price. It's I think over here it's about $9, but the rest of the world is what, $7, for which you get a nice FM drum machine, which is certainly a good source of sounds. And you get if you mess around a bit with this network sequencer, you can get some really unusual rhythms. So check it out, Axon 2.